Hi there. So I wanted to tell you a little bit about Qualiopi and about my experience of doing Qualiopi. So first of all, why did I decide to do it? Well, my business is 95% CPF training or OPCO training. I rarely have a client who pays me directly. So if I don't do Qualiopi, I will lose most of my business. For me, it's a no-brainer. I'm already data docked, and honestly, the price of Qualiopi corresponds to one training, perhaps. So it's total no-brainer. So how did I do it? I started off in February 2020 when I did a training on Qualiopi. And then we went into confinement, everything changed, and also the deadline for Qualiopi was extended to the end of 2021. So I dragged my feet. I did little bits here and there, but I didn't really do a lot. I also changed my company status, and I wanted to have all of that sorted out with the new name and the new company status and my new numéro de déclaration, which I had to get before I even thought about Qualiopi. So this year I decided, okay, I just need to do it. Otherwise, I'm going to drag my feet and it's going to be the end of the year and I won't have done it. I'll do it before the summer and then I can relax. Well, I'm not relaxing. I'm making a Qualiopi course instead, but never mind about it. So I asked around for some recommendations of auditing companies because there are a whole list of auditing companies and it's hard to know who to choose. A friend gave me a recommendation of the company she went with. They are called BCI France. And I was very happy with this recommendation. They really know how to work with small organization. I knew that the auditor I had done her audit, so he understood our context. I didn't want to get in a situation where I had an auditor who was coming from ISO and looking at it as a big company audit, which is what happened to some other people I know. So how did I prepare for Qualiopi? Well, I had done a training, and so I'd made myself a spreadsheet with all of the indicators on there and what I needed to do. I then worked through all of the systems that I had and added in systems. And actually, at the beginning, I thought, I don't want to do this. This is a waste of time. But in the end, it wasn't, because my company has grown quite a lot in the last year and my systems were a mess. If you had looked at my back office, you would have been shocked. So it was really good, actually, to have this opportunity to put in place really clear processes and systems. So I would say the first thing you need to do is think about your business. How does it work? How do people come to you? How do they go through all of the steps in the training? Now, there are certain things that you have to be doing, such as doing the different evaluations, such as evaluating the objectives of the training. If you're working with certifications, there's certain things you have to do. But once you have an idea of how your company processes work, then it's a lot easier to put those systems in place. It's really important to remember that Qualiopi is not for you to make a load of documents that you're never going to use. In fact, they want to see what you really do. There's no right or wrong way. My auditor told me this before the audit. He said there is no Qualiopi way. As long as you have processes and systems in place and you are following the things you should be doing, it's okay if you do it this way or that way, as long as you can explain why. So I think the main thing to know is it's really important to understand your company's process and how it works. You may be thinking, well, I don't really have any of my own clients. I don't know what to do. Look at the Qualiopi process, look at the Qualiopi indicators, and think about how you would do this when you had clients. you can still do the Qualiopi audit if you don't have any clients. You're just showing what your processes will be and that you have those processes in place, in fact. So the actual audit took a whole day. I did it on Teams and it was exhausting. The auditor really pushed me on some of them. There are times when I admit that I had sweat coming down my forehead because I thought I wasn't going to get it. And other times the auditor was very nice and said, oh, maybe you could just add this little thing in during the lunch break. So I did. It was a very small point. And overall, it was not a bad experience, I will say. It's not a day that I want to repeat anytime soon, but it was really not bad. So yes, it's stressful. Yes, it is a lot of work, but in the end, I can see how it's a good thing and how it can actually help you. So I hope I've answered some of your questions, and let me know if you have any more.